Good morning, friends. Another weekend has passed, which means we get to go through what sold. We do have a bit of an interesting one for one of our items that did sell, and I'll get into it when we get to it. But also, just saw this morning, we have officially reached 500 subscribers. Yay! Matt, give me a yay.
Lift the roof, yeah.
So thank you so much, everyone who has decided to tune in. Thank you to our usual favorites who message us down in the comments consistently. We really appreciate it. Please keep supporting us. It means the absolute world. I would love even more participation in the comments from you guys. Tell us your stories. Tell us what you think of the video. Like, I don't care. Just give us some feedback and let us know if there's any sort of content that you actually want to see. But just over the moon. I didn't think. We officially reached our first year of YouTube, what it would have been like last week or so. So the fact that we've managed to reach 500 is just, there's more than one follower a day, guys. Like, that's so cool. So I really want to take this even further and take you guys along with us. Hopefully there's a lot more to come in this space and eventually we'll get out of this room. But yeah, I'm just over the moon with gratitude. So thank you, guys. And now let's get into what's sold. You might have seen this a few videos ago. It was at the garage sale where everything was $2. We did pick up this retro set of cups and matching plates. They did charge us $2 for the stack and $2 for this stack, so only $4 into it all. We did accept an offer and it's got on to sell for 20 plus postage. To be honest, I wasn't super, what's the right word? Like, happy when I guess I did the comp research. I thought it would be more because it was so cool and retro. We only listed it for like $26 or something. One of the plates does have a crack in it, which I noted in the listing. So this is one of those things where I'm like, you know what? Let's just get some money back. Plus the postage, it should just cover. We'll make a little bit of money on it, but not a whole lot. Another weekend. And of course, some more Wedgwood. This one we also accepted an offer on because it was part of like the first batch of listings that we did. So it's been sitting here for a little while. It is this, I wouldn't say a set, but it's just a stack of 3 ashtrays has got on to sell for 30 plus postage. Another one from our gaming bundle buy. This has gone on to sell for $42.75 free postage. I don't remember doing free postage. I'm such a numpty sometimes. But, I mean, I'm still glad that we're consistently selling these Sega because we still do have a fair few left. So please, if you're interested in that sort of stuff, make sure to check out our store because we have a lot. And if you hit us up with a message saying that you're from YouTube, I'll definitely hit you up with a discount. Next up, this is the package that I was talking about. So as you can see, it is a return to sender and we have managed to sell this item twice to the same person. Basically, we had this lovely Royal Doulton cup with like a silver top stamp on the bottom. Sell for $49.99 plus postage about 3 to 4 weeks ago. We sent it off to the post office as usual, and about a week later we had the buyer reach out to us saying, hey, the tracking number's not working. Do you know what's happened? Do you have an update on my parcel, as I haven't received it yet? And we were like, oh, that's really odd. He is in New South Wales, so it really shouldn't take that long for an item to get to him. So we looked at the tracking number. He was right. The only update it had was when we first printed out the label, but then it had never been scanned in or anything. Matt had taken this to the post office. He was 100% sure. He even knew exactly what box it was in. So naturally, next steps is we go to the post office and say, hey guys, do you have a box that looks like this sitting around? Because our buyer has basically said that they haven't gotten any updates. They haven't received it yet. Like, maybe it just slipped through the cracks and you can send it now. And they were like, no, we don't have it. For some reason, sometimes AusPost, it won't scan literally until it's delivered. It's happened like once or twice to us, but it has happened where when it's being marked as delivered by the postie, that's when the tracking finally updates. But for some reason, it doesn't update at any of the ports that it like goes to. So we kindly asked the guy to just wait an extra week, see if it magically turns up at your front door. If not, we'll send you the complete refund. He was absolutely lovely and understanding about it all. And in fact, he was like, no, like, see if you can leave it a bit longer without giving me the refund. Like, I really want my item. And we're like, that's so fair. But also we feel really bad. It's been too long. Let us just completely refund you. And then if it magically shows up, you can have it for free. That's fine. 2 weeks later, so it was literally like last week on Friday, this showed up at our front door with the return to sender sticker on it. So I was like immediately, oh my God, this must be the box. Open it up. It was there. We don't really know what happened. We don't know if it was stuck at our post office or if it was stuck at his post office and he never got the slip. We're not entirely sure, but thankfully we were able to message him being like, hey, guess what showed up at our house? Do you still want it? Do you want to rebuy it? He, of course, was like, yes, please. I would love to buy it again. So he has, and now I'm going to make sure, I'm going to watch them scan it in and put it in there to be sent out to the postie pile when I'm there. But that is just, yeah, we were very lucky that we got a second opportunity with this one. And also, like, $50 sale price is really good, so I'm glad we didn't fully miss out on that. This is one of the items that I showed you in my show and tell when the GoPro was playing silly buggers and did not record the entire garage sale. These have gone on to sell. This would have been literally like last week's video. These are the 2 oil cans that we picked up for $15. Look at this. I even like doubly wrapped them because I didn't want them to poke through anything. Look at that. That is quality packing. There's 2 of these. This one's a 1 pint and the other one is a half pint. They look the same. They're both by the same brand, Riga. These have got on to sale. We did take an offer for $55 plus postage. We originally had them listed up for I think like $65.50 or something like that. $15 into it is obviously more than we generally like to spend, but at the same time, for something to sell that fast from 15 into 50, we're very happy to do that because at the same time, I don't know how long these are going to sell. I just got them on a whim because I thought they looked cool. So yeah, I don't know. It's kind of cool that it sold really fast, but at the same time, would have been nice for a bit more, but we'll take the win. That's still profit. Next up, we have this really cool Star Wars Empire Strikes Back board game, brand new and sealed. This has gone on to sell for $50 plus postage. And a really cool thing about this is I found a guy on Marketplace who has this like garage sale every weekend where he was always like, don't message me for prices, just come. I messaged him saying, hey, I'm a reseller looking for bulk deals because he had a lot of like cards and new things sealed if that's something that he'd be interested in doing to move stock quickly. And he was like, yeah, for sure. I have a lot of Star Wars stuff sitting around. So what we did was make a big deal on a lot of his sealed Star Wars stuff. How much did I end up spending? Like,
I don't remember.
I think it was like $6.50. And we bought all of this stuff. He was really good. He did it for basically 50% of eBay comp prices. So that means that we'll probably, after fees and shipping, make at least 30% on it. Maybe 40, depending on what it is. But anywho, so we did a massive bulk deal. So we have a lot of Star Wars toys, collectibles, sealed things. If you're interested, please check out the store. But I'm really glad to see that something has finally gone on to sell because we did this deal maybe 2-3 weeks ago now. And I really quickly listed it all because it was obviously really easy to do, everything being sealed and brand new. But nothing has sold yet. So the fact this is the first one to go, I'm glad. But I was also really nervous because I'm like, we spent a lot of money with the idea that we would come back and buy more stuff from him if this stuff sells on well. But this is something that he wanted to get rid of pronto because it just wasn't selling at his garage because he only does it like physically in his garage. So we'll see. But stay tuned. If you want more Star Wars stuff, check out our store. But yay, good sale. Really excited to have this one go on to sell. And relatively quickly, within 4 days of us listing it. This lantern has sold for $85 plus postage. This is in fact the first item from our new consignment deal that I mentioned a few videos ago with Henry, where he does all of the deceased estate clear outs, home renos, all of that sort of like helping people move and all that sort of stuff. So he ends up picking up a lot of stuff for free, was looking for some spare cash, but an avenue to easily sell stuff. That's where we come in. So we are doing similar to the family that we do the Wedgwood and the art for. We're doing a 50-50 comps after fees and shipping. So to see something already sell is really good. I've been really hustling to try and get some stuff out for him. And literally every week he's messaging me saying, hey, I've got some more stuff if you're ready for it and want it. And I'm like, yes, please. So I'm never going to run out of stock with him, but I just want to get to a point where I've caught up with all of the big stuff that we picked up, especially like with the crystal and all of that. And so once I'm on top of all of that, then any of the new stuff that he brings in should hopefully be smaller. And as I said, with educating him more on what to cherry pick and what to bring back. So hopefully it'll get to a really good spot where every time he's like, hey, I've got some good stuff, it's actually like really juicy prices for both of us rather than just some lower end $25 to $30 pieces. But I'm very excited to tell him about this one. We're getting into the heavy hitters now, and of course we're back at the Wedgwood shelf. Surprisingly, Christmas plates. This was one of like the first things that we listed in terms of Wedgwood, so it's taken quite a while to sell. But maybe now that it's Christmas in July time, I don't know. Regardless, we have sold these Christmas plates from 1983 to 88. They do like year new designs, all that sort of stuff. So this is just a consecutive set. This has gone on to sell for our full asking price of $99.99 plus postage. So that's very good. Very happy with this one. Fingers crossed some more Christmas stuff will go because we've got a fair bit of it. If you didn't see the video, make sure you go back and watch it. But it was the weekend that I was absolutely having, I'm going to say, the best weekend of pickups ever. And this was part of it. These are Ariat men's leather boots. As I mentioned in the other video, I've never actually seen Ariat in Australia. So this was a really cool find for me because it's something that I always see the American sellers pick up, but I've never had the opportunity to do it. We did pay up. We paid $70 for these in a op shop, and they have gone on to sell for $189.99 plus postage. This was such a fast flip. I think it's only been live for like a week. I think also prime time to sell because it is cold. People are going to be looking for boots. The only thing I did actually do to them was polish them. I was like, you know what? They had, you can't even see it now because I polished it, but they had like a scuff on the toe, a little scuff on the side here. I had black leather polish from my RM Williams boots. So I know it's good quality polish. So I put the black on, put the leather conditioner on. So these boots are just, they're ready to go. They're nice, minty and soft, and for a really good price and a really fast turnaround. So if you see Ariat out in the wild, make sure you do your research because I don't think all Ariats are amazing, but definitely something to keep your eye out for because that was surprisingly fast. Ooh. Okay, final massive sale of the weekend is consignment again, but this is one that's a little bit different. It is some vintage tiles. They are, this one's Mintons. We have another Mintons. There are some Wedgwood ones that I've got Matt to currently hold. You can see there's like the building. Does have a big chip in the corner, which has been noted. Some more Misc Random, just like pretty pattern ones. And then that one. So these 7 tiles, whoa, have gone on to sell for a whopping $280. We did take an offer. I had them listed for $360, I believe. This person is in the States. They are paying, I'm pretty sure, like 110 postage for this because they are quite heavy. I saw that they are a vintage tile lover. Like their whole eBay store is vintage tiles. So for me, I go, you know what? We haven't had any watches on this. The views are small. It had been listed for, I think, definitely like over 50 days. This person loves the stuff. I'm happy to give them a bit of a discount that's not so much so that we're losing a lot of money, but it's going to someone who really appreciates it. And at the end of the day, that was part of the criteria of selling all of this Wedgwood and art. is that they wanted it to go to people who would appreciate it and love it as much as the husband did when he was alive. So ticked all the right boxes. I'm scared to ship them, but I think it'll be okay if we just individually bubble wrap each tile and really just go ham with them. But that one is definitely our top sale of the weekend and a pretty good one to end up with. Now we're going to quickly jump into a little bit of footage that I caught on the weekend. You'll see why I'm showing it in this video rather than making its own video out of it, so I hope you enjoy. Morning friends, another weekend means another opportunity to hit up some garage sales, deceased estate, church sales, to find some things to flip online for a profit. It is chilly again, so the puffer will be out. Don't you guys also worry. Big Joe is back in the picture. Gonna need probably about 3 of these this morning, but fingers crossed we find some amazing things today. I mean, again, as I said, I've got so much stuff at home at the moment, so I don't need a whole lot. I can choose to be picky, but that doesn't mean I'm going to waste and miss out on any opportunities to find some absolute steals and deals. So let's get to it.
No, that's okay. I can go.
Oh, amazing. Yeah, because I was going to say, it's going to fling around everywhere. Actually, I might be able to...
Oh, yeah, maybe. Oh, I
cả là một số cái bây giờ là đi ba học
The top says $3 a piece.
Oh, does it? Okay.
The $9.
It's a very nice box for $3, isn't it? It's a Christmas tree ornament.
Is it an acorn? Would we guess pine cone?
$8. Oh, it's a George Jensen.
Might do that.
25 in David Jones if you're lucky.
Oh wow. I might get that one.
It's really nice, that is. It's beautiful.
you have change for 10? I'll get that one. So $8.
I have got a coupon here. I'm not getting much coin today. Everyone's giving me notes. That's for $2.
Amazing.
There
Thank
we
you.
go. Thank you very much.
Our prices are amazingly good.
Okay guys, I just had a bit of a morning. You know what, sometimes it just doesn't work out the way you think it's going to be. Basically, I rocked up to a deceased estate sale, and of course, it's not on today, it's on next week. So very frustrated about that. That is 100% my fault. I misread the ad. I got there nice and early, so I'd be there exactly on time when it opened, which I didn't need to be because it wasn't going to start. I'd be waiting. I was a week early, and then I went to another one that was nearby. I knew it started at 10, but I was like, who knows? Maybe they opened early just in case I swing by. Definitely was closed. Went to an op shop, which it was next to where the person's house was, so I thought I'd pop in. There was nothing really there. It just all was a bit too overpriced for the things that I was personally looking at. They did have some good deals there, but just not what I was looking at. And then I've gone to my favorite, Gordon Church, and because I was late, all the good stuff was gone. I mean, I did manage to get one really cool item, guys. So this thing, this Mercedes Kimmy hat, I mean, it is super nice, brand new with tags. I'm hoping that this will do quite well. It definitely is a little bit older. It has a little bit of dirt there that I might be able to spot clean, but I mean, this is just really cool. So this one should do well, but that was it. This was 50 cents, but I just gave them $1 because that is just easier. Then for personal, I picked up these Christmas glass ornaments. I thought they were really cute. They're nice and vintage. It says that they're glass, but I don't know if my fingers are just too cold. They just don't feel like glass. But anywho, like, look how cute that is. There is one missing in the box, but again, that was 50 cents, but I just kept $1. And then the other thing, so that's for personal, because it's going to go well with my woodland theme. And the other one was this George Jensen ornament, and tell me this is not the cutest thing. Look, it's a little pine cone. That is perfect for my theme. So I got that one. It was $8. It has George Jensen stamped on the back. It says gold plated, Denmark copyrighted. I don't know if that has any resale value, but it's definitely for personal use. But that is it. So far, I'm not going to go back to the other garage sale. I got talked out of it because it is out of the way, so there's no point in me going back and forth. It didn't, like, the listing didn't even look that good anyways, so I'm not severely missing out there. There's one more that I'm going to swing by because it is on the way home. But other than that, I think I'm going to go home, have another coffee, just unwind. This will just be tagged on to the back of my what's sold. So I hope you enjoyed that just before this. So the horrible weekend that I've had in thrifting hopefully has turned into a nice weekend of sales. Fingers crossed. But guys, I'm not here for it. I'm not going to film the next garage sale because I just feel like it'll be poo, and I just feel poo, and that's fine. That is fine. Not every weekend's going to be a winner. But thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know how your weekend went in both terms of sales and sourcing. If you had some absolute bangers, fingers crossed for everyone as well, that with school holidays coming up, we might hit some biggies or some big weeks. I did also want to quickly mention Matt and I are going to Orange in a few weekends' time, so please let us know from Sydney to Orange if there are any great thrift stores, vintage shops, any of those old country town folksy places that we should stop at on the way or whilst we're in Orange. We will be there for 4 days, 3 nights, so we do have some time to hit them up, although one of the days will be Sunday, so I don't know if anything will necessarily be open. But let us know your recos. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.